Hey guys, Tomboy601, and today we're talking Battlefield 5 and the cosmetic update, or the day it all changes. They're adding microtransactions to the game. They're finally adding the Battlefield currency. Tomorrow there's going to be a big update with lots of changes for Firestorm, little updates for multiplayer, and the big overall one is going to be for the cosmetics for Battlefield coins. Battlefield currency is what they have officially titled it. This has me kind of worried, it has me kind of excited. We'll see how this all pans out. There have been a lot of problems with the armory where you buy things. There hasn't been anything new in forever. They just don't update it. A lot of time I feel like people are like, oh, it's because they're waiting on this update. So hopefully tomorrow we get some new cosmetics, and there's some good signs and some bad sides, but let's just dive on in and talk about what you'll be able to use the paid for currency to buy. Now, they have divided it up into three kind of categories that you will be able to purchase with the Battlefield currency, also with company coin, but they want you to spend the Battlefield currency. Come on, they need you, this is how they're planning to long-term monetize this thing right here. Anyway, three categories. We have cosmetic customization items, elite sets, and time savers. First one, I'm going to dive into time savers. This one has made sense. They've sold these for almost every single Battlefield I can think of since like Battlefield 3. What these are is, hey, did you just buy this game 5, 6, 7, 8 months down the line, year or 2 years, and you don't want to have to grind to get all of the gadgets, all the weapons? You feel like you're kind of underpowered because you don't have everything at your disposal? Give us $5, we'll unlock all of the assault rifles, or we'll unlock all of the things. And I know you might be complaining that's buying power or something like that, but in that case, when it's been 4 years and every player has unlocked every single gun that they want, and you're just trying to get someone in, that's not too bad of a thing. I don't think that really unbalances or does anything, because you're at that point, you are just bringing the introductory level player up to the power level of everyone else in the game, so they have the variety of options in weaponry and gadgets that you do. Next, the elite sets. Now, coming in Chapter 3, they'll be introducing something called these Battlefield elite sets that let you play as a distinct soldier in multiplayer modes, including Firestorm. Each elite is a unique character with a name and background. They consist of a themed assortment of cosmetic items, character voiceovers, a best squad animation, and an exclusive special assignment that helps bring to life the story of these elites, and it unlocks a signature melee weapon. So let's be honest, we're probably going to get that one Scottish or British guy that had the longsword. Like, that's definitely going to be an elite skin. Like, I like this idea overall. It's very similar to what Rainbow Six Siege has done with their elite skins, where you get a special cosmetic and an overlay. It's completely optional. It doesn't really change the balance of the game. I like this as a concept, and it should be fun. Now, do I think it would be cool if they added a couple of the elite skins into Tides of War? Yes, so that you could win them and you could then use them, like, you would get the idea of what elite skin is. Yes, I do. But this is a good idea. I really do like the way that they're thinking about this, and I'm looking forward to seeing them implement it. They say it's coming in this chapter, but vehicle customization was supposed to come in the last chapter, and well, we still don't have that. Also, elite skins were supposed to come in the last chapter, and we still don't have that. There's a lot of things that were supposed to come in the last chapter that we still don't have. The last thing that you'll be able to use the Battlefield currency for is those cosmetic items. So if you see something in the shop, you will be able to purchase them with these cosmetic items. They do say that they will be adding new epic items tomorrow that will add to the inventory that you'll be able to purchase with both company coin and the new Battlefield currency. They will also be introducing 2 starter packs, the Battlefield 5 starter pack and the Battlefield Premium starter pack. They didn't say how much this starter pack is going to cost you, but the Battlefield 5 starter pack contains 500 Battlefield currency, the Glacial face paint, which is already in the game, and the Night Owl weapon skin sets, which are already in the game, for the Sturmgewehr 1.5, the Sten, the KE7, and the Lee Enfield. So all of these things, these starting weapons in the game as well. So if you use those guns, maybe this is interesting, but you've probably gotten enough already to unlock the Night Owl set if you like what the Night Owl set looks like. So there's that, and the Glacial Face Paint, well, it's nothing special. Now on to the Premium Starter Pack. You get 3,500 Battlefield currency. You get the Demolisher Axis Soldier outfit, which currently isn't in the game, so we don't know what that looks like. You also get the Cool Hand Duke Allied Soldier outfit, which also currently not in the game, so we don't know what that looks like. You do get the Scorpion Panzer IV vehicle skin, which is in the game. The Icefire Spitfire Mark V-A vehicle skin, which is in the game already. And the Chrome finish, which, yeah, it's still in the game already. For the Sturmgewehr 1.5, the Sten, the KE7, and the Lee Enfield Mark IV. Now, I think one way they could probably allure people to purchasing these things is if they unlock the Chrome sets and the Night Owl sets for all of the guns. Unlocking them for only the starter weapons doesn't really feel like a bonus. It just feels kind of piss poor, half thought out, and really, I don't know. I think the only time I see these weapons, I think the Lee Enfield is the most popular of those four, and that's just because it's one of the better sniper rifles, because it has 10 rounds before you have to reload and has a decent rate of fire. Beyond that, the KE7 has kind of seen a drop in popularity. No one uses the Sten, and the Sturmgewehr, well, some people use it, but most people stick to the STG. So these are not really useful customizations. So what you're paying for is a shortcut, air quotes, on the Icefire Spitfire and the Scorpion Panzertake, and maybe those new skins are really cool. So yeah, guys, that is all of the new cosmetic updates coming tomorrow for the game. Also coming tomorrow is going to be a large patch, mainly focusing on Tides of War, and we'll go ahead and dive on in to the list of things that are getting fixed for that. We're getting a fixed issue which caused a weapon to be misaligned when a player was in a man down state. V1 and artillery strikes now count as gadget kills. Pistols that have been picked up by a player now properly drop on the ground if the player dies. Players are now able to use a flare gun while in the water. Increased draw distance for grenades and melee weapons. Grenades now collide with the cover of the pickup truck instead of going through it. They fixed an issue where the active VoIP icon would not always show if the entire squad would be talking at the same time. Players will no longer deploy a grenade automatically when dropping an item as a passenger. While in a tank, the player will no longer switch to the selected tank gun while zooming on the map. Added a red outline for the artillery strike on the map to make it more visible. The health cooldown UI no longer freezes if a player drops their healing item when it is in progress. Getting an invite from a player while looking for players enables you to join the squad. If the user cancels and resumes interaction with a safe, it always resets. When the player is watching another player being revived, the camera will remain in the same position. The napalm helmet will no longer obstruct the player when aiming down sights. The players can now jump as soon as they reach the start of the jump location. When waiting for other players, a squad list shows the correct armor plates numbers that the player had before death. Players will no longer reload when opening doors. The loot rarity icon is no longer visible through soldier bodies and vehicles. When getting killed by another player, the text for the weapon used will show properly. Switching weapons while dropping a weapon will no longer make the weapon being held invisible. The swap and drop button callouts are updated if the player changes the key binding. Interaction detection has been improved. The interaction prompt for safes will no longer be offset when the player interacts with it repeatedly. The interaction prompt for safes will no longer double when the player interacts with it repeatedly. Interacting with a safe repeatedly will no longer make the progress bar disappear. When the player is killed by an artillery strike, an icon is disappeared in the kill feed. There are also a ton of map changes that I'm not going to go over because they're not exactly very specific. If you're really curious, I'll link the update notes down below. Then we're on to some vehicle stuff. Fixed a bug that enabled players to use airplanes during the match start timer period. The animation when entering and exiting vehicles is now smoother and should have less unintended sudden movements. Fixed an issue that could cause temporary black screen when reloading a stationary turret while using its zoomed functionality at the same time, and they made audio improvements to the audibilities of other players' talk. The last kind of stuff is for the weapons and gadgets. Big ones are they fixed the aperture sights on the Ribby rolls, they tweaked the Gewehr 43 reflex sights, they tweaked the Bren max recoil, which they thought was too low. They are reducing the damage on the M1897 shotgun by 1 meter. They also changed the way that SMG and assault rifle dispersion increases while firing an ADS. The second and third and sometimes fourth shot for low rate of fire weapons are now more predictable, while later shots are less predictable. Also shortened the time it takes for more dispersion to decrease when no longer firing. This means short bursts are a little more effective, while long bursts or mag dumps are a bit less effective. This is good. We're going back to kind of that burst fire kind of model that we had back in Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. They fixed an issue that would prevent shotgun damage decals to appear on vehicles. The knife animation no longer triggers after firing the last round of a Panzerfaust. Bullet impact sounds have been further localized, and the amount by which they can attenuate non-player weapons has been reduced. Improved audibility of late reflections for automatic weapons based on distance from listener. And the last big change to come is soldiers that die in vehicles are now ejected and they can be revived. So guys, that is all of the big updates coming to Battlefield 5 tomorrow. Some of them are interesting, some of them not so much. I'm interested to see what new cosmetics we get. Hopefully it will reload some of the older cosmetics that they got rid of at the beginning of Chapter 2, right before they fixed the currency issue. They had a ton of cosmetics available, and then they took them all away. And I was hoping to buy a couple once the currency issue got fixed. And, well, now I can finally afford it, and they took it away. So hopefully they get re-added tomorrow. Maybe we get some new cosmetics as well. It would be nice to see some new cosmetic content in this game. But, guys, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. My name is TommyBoy601. I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you liked the video, go ahead, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See ya.